basketball. Game 4 of the regional tournament here at Red Hill High School, where the Maroons, who drew the bye, will take on the winner of the first game, the number 5 seed, the Newton Eagles. I'm Jim Kincaid, Dwayne Shaw alongside, Ron Wheeler behind the camera, and we're a part of Worldwide Sound and Video Production, coming to you tonight through the courtesy of MediaCom. Go ahead and do the starting lineups, and I'll catch up the list on this, Dwayne, as we jump into this ball game. The Maroons will be introduced first, I think.
Shouldn't be.
Nope, you're right.
The visitors team, they'll be the number 5 seed. That's Newton. They go with Brandon Scholl, number 20, a 6'1" senior. Josh Beverlin, number 22, a 6-foot junior. Jesse Weedman, a 5'9" senior, wearing number 24. Michael Bierman, a 6'1" senior, wearing 52. And number 54, Paul Davidson in the middle, a 6'5" senior. So 4 seniors, 1 junior, they'll line up at 6'5", 6'1", 6'1", 6 foot, 5'9". Newton is 9-16. As you said, they were the number 5 seed, upset the number 4 seed in the first game by 8 or 9 points. I forget what the score was. This will be the 3rd meeting of the year between Robinson and Newton.
Yes, it will. Sometimes that 3rd one is a toughie.
Well, Newton threw a good ball game last time. You know, they zoned them and created some problems for Robinson. They go with their normal lineup. Jeff McKeegan, a 1 guard, number 5, a 5'8" senior. Tyson Schnitker at the other guard, number 30, a 6'1" sophomore. Forwards, Nick Brooks, number 44, a 6'4" sophomore, and Justin Hartrick, number 33, a 6'2" senior. Brandon Hardiman, number 3, a 6'3" senior in the middle. 3 seniors, 2 sophomores, 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", 6'1", 5'8". Robinson, 22-4, number 1 seed.
Well, tonight's regional ball game is brought to you by the First Robinson Savings Bank, Cellular One in Robinson, Will King Supply, Weber Insurance and Realty, Crawford Memorial Hospital, Hershey Chocolate in Robinson, Marathon Tire, Kemper CPA Group, the Robinson Dairy Queen, Napa Auto Parts and McCammon Service Center, Goodwine Funeral Homes, Worldwide Sound and Video Production, and again, a special thanks to Cellular One for providing a free phone to help coordinate production of community events.
Let's do a real quick switch.
What do you mean switch?
Are we there? I think so.
We are now. All right, Robinson controls the tip-off, and I don't know what just took place.
Well, I wired it up right. You just sat on the wrong chair. That's all.
Underneath, shots, no good. Rebound,
Hartrick.
And knocked out of bounds. Maroons will keep it underneath their own basket. Well, no, we're off and running, so to speak. Schnitker will bring it in. Gets it out deep to McKeegan. And back to Tyson. He'll bring it over to top.
McKeegan coming off the sprained ankle. Didn't play in the last game against Effingham.
Nick Brooks, nice move inside. Gets the first bucket of the night. 2-0, Maroons lead it. That's Bierman out front with the ball. He gets it back. Looks down inside to Davidson. They kick it back outside and work it around the perimeter. Back over in the other corner is Scholl. And we come back around this way. Schnitker draws Weedman. Inside, nice move. Got the man open. And Michael Bierman scores, and it's 2-2. We're tied. Jeff McKeegan drops it off to Nick Brooks. Nice job, 4-2 Maroons. Full court pressure now by the Maroons as the Eagles will bring it down. Scholl will work against Nick Brooks. Nick draws him out front. In trouble, gets it off to Bierman and around to Scholl. That's Weedman rather with the ball. Weedman again in the corner. Schnitker draws him. Beverlin holds it and gives it over to Davidson. Almost got away. Out of the corner for 3. That's Brandon Scholl. Now 5-4 lead by the Eagles. Underneath and out of bounds, Maroons will keep it. First quarter action here at Red Hill in the first game of the night here in this regional tournament. Game following Lawrenceville and Mount Carmel will play after this ball game. Maroons drew a bye as the number 1 seed, and what they've got on their hands is Newton for the 3rd time this year, which wound up being the number 5 seed here in the tournament. Come out a winner against Red Hill on Monday night. Eagles with the ball. Good pressure by McKeegan. Beverland trying to work loose and gives it back to Bierman. They come around the horn to Weidman. Back out front on the arc. Weidman inside, back out to Weidman. Got a foul called, and I believe Justin Hartrick is the guilty party.
It is. He is. Got a little change in the officiating crew. Carl Repking was in the first game last night. Mayhood has taken his place. Repking, Effingham, Mayhood from Effingham too. I thought maybe there might be a conflict somewhere.
Ball knocked away. Bierman picks it up. I'm going to change my score. We're tied at 4, but I thought on Weidman's shot down here earlier it was a 3.
Well, I thought it was too.
The scoreboard just has it at 4. So, according to the scoreboard, we're tied at 4.
That foul call on Bierman, his first, team first. Okay, I'll change mine too then.
I'll watch the board in case somebody changes it back. Nobody's hollering though, so evidently it's right. 4-4 tie. McKeegan in the corner with it, drops it inside. Nick Brooks in a crowd, tries to make a move, gets it back out to Jeff. Jeff will go for 3. Got it. Jeff McKeegan, well, no doubt about that 3. And we got a 7-4 ball game. Robinson on top. Weidman works the near corner and goes back out front to Beverly. McKeegan almost had a hand on the ball. Weidman drives, short shot, won't go. Rebound, knocked around, loose ball, and the Eagles will keep it.
The other 2 officials, Gerald Mullinax from Parkersburg, Kevin Diss from Alma.
Newton with it. And Josh Beverly gives it back out front to Davids. Well, these 2 teams ought to have some idea what the other side will do. This is the 3rd meeting this year. Robinson winner on both times, but the Eagles a good ball club. You can't take them lightly. Shot comes up short.
We're going to get foul on the 3-point play, and that's Nick Brooks' first, 2nd team foul.
And there will be a 3-shot foul. Is that what he's giving him? Yep.
Should be.
Should be 3. Well, for all your Napa Auto Parts, see Mike McCammon at Napa Auto Parts at McCammon Service Center. Now selling and installing remote starters, radio speakers, radios, other vehicle accessories. J.D. Bain does all the installations. And this is at Napa Auto Parts and McCammon Service Center at 1300 East Main in Robinson. They now stock AC Delco parts. (7-5). Brandon Scholl gets another one. Drops that. What was it, 2 out of 3? 7-6 ball game.
Guess so.
Maroons still lead by 1. Nick Brooks out front with the ball. And to McKeegan. Nick Shader in the ball game for the Maroons. Now working the inside. Nick comes out. Brandon Hardiman in the lane. Makes a move up off the glass. No basket. Eagles with the rebound. And Josh Beverland down with it. Let's see Chris Brooks in the game also, number 42 out there on Weidman. Inside, Davidson kicks it back out front. Pass inside, should be Maroon balls. It got away from Davidson. Lost it out of bounds. Maroons will have it. 3:29 to go in the first quarter. 7-6 Maroons lead. Their first appearance in this regional as they drew the bye. Nick Shaner gives to Hardiman. Chris Brooks with it outside. Now McKeegan. Hardiman lost the handle. They're going to call him for traveling. And the turnover will give it back to the Eagles, and here comes Tyson Snitker back in the ball game. Nick Brooks will get a breather. They'll shift around a little bit. They show some pressure. Weedman outside. Snitker on him. They go into Davidson, and Davidson throws it back out and throws it away. Maroons will get it back. I saw a handful of shirt that Shaner had, and that handful had 54 on it. That was Davidson.
Orange, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Brandon Hardiman brings it around top, gives to Snitker. Back to McKeegan. Jeff takes it to the circle, drops it off. Chris Brooks. Back out to Rue. Hardiman winds up with it, takes it in the lane. Nice pass to Nick Shaner, and he gets the bucket. Good job by Hardiman as he took it into the lane, bounced pass to Shaner, and Shaner worked hard and got it off the glass. 9-6. Maroons lead. They get the turnover and the steal, and they've got it back. 2:20 to go in the quarter. Chris Brooks will handle it out front. Now McKeegan. That's Chris Brooks with the ball, gives in to Nick Shaner. Nick takes it inside, wants to drop it off to Hardiman, but draws the foul.
Looks like Brandon Scholl, his second team foul.
They'll have it out of bounds. Here comes Justin Hartrick and Nick Brooks back in the ball game for Shaner and Chris Brooks.
Rob Horst and Matt Ernest in for Newton.
Let's see, here we go. And they come out deep to McKeegan. Jeff in the lane. Drops off to Hardiman. Brandon underneath, has to pull it out. Oh, nice job inside to Nick Brooks. Good pass. Nick was well covered and really couldn't get a good shot away. Ball was knocked out of bounds eventually, and the Eagles have it back. Full court pressure by the Maroons. That's Horst bringing it down against Nick Brooks.
Triple team in the middle.
Yeah, Horst again with a short shot. Comes off. Brooks with the rebound. Nick mauled a little bit. Comes out of there with it. McKeegan will handle it up front. McKeegan puts up the shot. Won't go. Rebound. Whoops. And Nick Brooks is going to get called for the foul.
It's going to be number 2 on Nick Brooks. Third team foul.
That was one of those toughies. Nick went up after the rebound and banged into, not sure if that was Horst or who it was out there now, but anyway, Nick got the foul. Ball went out of bounds, and the Eagles have it.
Nick came to the bench. Brother Chris is taking his place.
Beverland gets it out to Ernest. And around on the other side, back to Beverland in the corner. That's Pat Meinhardt with the ball. They try to get it inside. Ball's knocked loose. Jeff McKeegan on the breakaway. Jeff puts it up off the glass. Won't go. Rebound shot put back up. That won't go. Eagles come down with a rebound, but they go to the floor. We got a traveling call, and Maroons will get it back. Timeout call by Doug Nemoser, the Newton coach, and it's a full. Well, cardiopulmonary emergencies can occur at any age, so Crawford Memorial Hospital and Health Services offering a daycare workers and CPR and first aid class on Saturday, March 3rd from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the CMHVC Van Tassel Room number 2. American Heart Association trained CPR and Red Cross first aid instructors will teach the class for a fee of $40, which includes textbook and materials. Class size is limited, so please call Dara Beard before Wednesday, February 28th at 546-2675 to reserve your spot. Well, meet me at the DQ's. Delicious DQ Peanut Buster Parfait or a DQ Pecan Mudslide. Your choice for only $1.99. And if you're hungry, enjoy 2 DQ Polish sausages for $2.89. Add cheese or kraut for a few cents more. Enjoy the DQ meal. That's a Polish sausage, chips, and a 21-ounce drink for $2.79. Or take home some cool DQ Buster bars, 6 for $4.99 or 99 cents each. only at your Robinson Dairy Queen store. Come home to that feeling and meet me at the DQ. It's out there today, as a matter of fact. Big super coney with onion and relish.
Can you get a meal ticket out there and just have it punched?
Yeah. Maroons with the ball. That's Hartrick with it out on top. Gives to McKeegan. Robinson just kills some time. We're down to about 40 seconds to go in the quarter. They lead at 9-6. Not a lot of scoring. Pass picked off by Beverland. Josh takes it down, puts it up and in. Well,
that was Horst.
22?
32.
Okay, Rob Horst. Robinson by 1 now. They're going to hold for last shot here, I'm sure. They lead it by 1, 9-8. Under 10, something's got to happen. Tyson Snitker. Brandon Hardiman, under 5. Brandon puts a shot, got it, give him 2. 11-8, and that's the end of the first quarter. Maroons lead it 11-8. Well, Weber Insurance and Realty offers complete life insurance through Cincinnati Life to cover all your personal and business needs. When it comes to personal insurance, Weber Insurance can provide you with mortgage insurance, consumer debt coverage, estate planning for family or estate taxes, and a lot more. Let Weber Insurance put your mind at ease with complete coverage through Cincinnati Life Insurance. See Weber Insurance and Realty on the east side of the square in Robinson. And don't forget First Robinson Savings Bank, proud to be your hometown bank, serving Crawford County for over 117 years. Deal with the people you know and trust. That's First Robinson Savings Bank, ready to take care of all your financial needs. They're a member FDIC and an equal housing lender, a real community bank.
By the time the Lawrenceville and Mount Carmel crowd get here, we're going to have a full house, I think. It's the best crowd of the tournament so far right now.
Well, we played one quarter here in Game 4 of the regional. The Maroons, number 1 seed in the tournament, are leading the Newton Eagles 11-8. Not a lot of scoring in that first quarter. Maroons got the lead. The Eagles tied it. Maroons got the lead back at 7-6, and so far still lead at 11-8. Eagles with the ball as we start the second quarter. Hardiman, Snitker, Shaner, Nick Brooks, and Jeff McKeegan on the floor for the Maroons. Scholl gives it across to Horst. Robb takes it on the wing and gets McKeegan. Has to give it back out front to Bierman. Inside to Davidson. He's fouled, missed the shot though, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I think that's Nick Shaner with the foul. His first, 4th team foul.
Paul Davidson at the line. Got 1. Got 2. Well, now we've got an 11-10 ball game. Nick Brooks inside on the turnaround, dumps it back out to Hardiman. Brandon, a 15-footer, doesn't get the roll, and the rebound off by Bierman. Here come the Eagles in a hurry. Scholl with it out front, gives to Bierman, back to Scholl. Down in the corner to Horst. And cross court to Weidman. Scholl in the corner. Thought about it. Back in the middle, Rob Horst, 10-footer. Doesn't get the bounce. And
rebounding foul. It's going to go against Nick
Shaner, looks like.
He cleared out pretty strong.
Well, it's going to be Eagles ball underneath their own basket.
That's the second on Nick Shaner, 5th team foul.
This isn't the Indiana Ball Club that just walked in, is it? U of I on a lot of them. There's a 3
for Scholl.
Brandon Scholl. Now, all of a sudden, we've got a lead change. And Newton jumps out in front as they've scored 4 points here in the third quarter. And the Maroons have yet to break the ice here. Nick Shaner moves inside. It's on the floor, foul on the floor, so it'll be out of bounds. But we're getting toward the 1-and-1, aren't we? 13 now to 11. The Eagles have taken the lead over the Maroons.
Fouls on Michael Bierman in his second, only the third team foul against Newton.
Comes in the middle. Nick Shaner drives, puts it off the glass, won't go. Nick Brooks got bounced by Horst, and both hit the floor hard.
Foul went against Horst. His fourth team foul.
Maroons will bring it in. Snitker will toss it in. He'll send it out deep to McKeegan. Has the ball knocked away, but Jeff recovers. Moves inside. Nick Brooks in the corner with it. Back out to Jeff. Into Nick Shaner. Nick moves the lane. Tries to go inside. Has it swiped by Weidman. Eagles bring it down. They have to hold it up. Good defensive play by Weidman. So he really picked his pocket.
Well, they almost stole the inbounds pass, too.
There's Davidson. Wide open in the middle. It's 15-11. And I've got a feeling, there's a timeout call by Coach Gus Gillespie as the Eagles have come out strong here in the second quarter on a run of 6 points to none for the Maroons. 15-11.
Robinson had gone deep on inbounds plays from their baseline about 3 different times, and that time Newton was laying in wait for him.
Well, it's tax filing season again, and the Kemper CPA Group believes that in these times of complicated tax regulations, sound financial planning is the answer. Your Kemper CPA Group financial planning experts will assist and prepare your tax returns and your financial reports in a professional, timely manner. Put Kemper CPA Group on your team. Well, if you're looking for tires, the best deal in town, Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price. Marathon Tire Incorporated, 400 East Main in Robinson. Your complete car care center. Well, Maroons got to get on track here. We played 2 minutes here in this quarter and 10 seconds, and the Maroons have yet to score. They trail it 15-11. Gillespie had a full timeout.
Well, it's always interesting when you get two good teams seeing each other for the third time, and both teams with good young coaches. And usually somebody pulls something out of the hat.
That's right. McKeegan controls out front. Tyson Snitker, 18-footer, got it. Snitker will break the ice for the Maroons with that two-pointer, making it 15-13, a two-point ball game now. Scholl with it, and Bierman, and Whedon down in the corner to Horst. It's not Horst, is it?
Maroons in zone now.
That is Horst. Well, the Eagles content to play catch. Very patient offense.
It looked zone, but it was man.
Scholl drives against Snitker. Has to bring it back outside. Weidman in the corner. Nick Brooks has got him. Weidman drives, takes the lane, gives it up. In trouble in the lane for quite a while. Weidman.
They've played a lot of minutes without Beverland, too. I wonder if there's something wrong with that.
Horst has been in the game for quite a while. Weidman inside to Bierman. Has to, puts it on the floor. And Nick. Shaner again? Boy, I tell you.
No, it's going to be Nick Shaner, and that's 3.
Well, they sort of picked him out, I believe. Here comes Justin Hartrick in the game for Nick Shaner now. Nick picking up his third foul. Not really what Gillespie wants to do right now is have Shaner on the bench with 3. Weidman back to Horst, back to Weidman. Horst works inside, cross court. Tyson Snitker on the steal. Tyson, nice drive, got it. Snitker, a heads-up play. We're tied at 15. Down comes, that's Beverland back in the ballgame right there, 22. Weidman. Beverland shots no good. Rebound, Nick Brooks. McKeegan with it out front. Now Snitker, 4 minutes to go in the half. It's tied at 15. Brandon Hardiman for 3. Comes up short. Brooks for the rebound. Nick, 8-footer. Didn't get the roll. Hardiman there for the rebound. Works underneath. Tries to pass outside. Gets to Snicker. Back into Brooks. Nice play. Won't go. Lid on the basket. Still won't go. Foul's going to be called, and Nick Brooks will go to the line. Well, they controlled the offensive boards that time, and both Brooks and Hardiman were working hard underneath. Hardiman got a good pass to Snicker. He dumped it back off to Brooks, and Nick was fouled on that attempt. Tied at 15 here with Nick at the line to shoot.
Trying to figure out who got the foul.
Well, Meinhardt back in the ball game along with Matt Ernst.
I thought it was Horst, but he's not in the game right now.
I don't know what that says over there now. I can't tell. Nick got one, didn't get the other. 16-15. Maroons by one. Weidman has it knocked away. Snicker, second steal. Wide open to the bucket. Got it. Tyson Snicker, 2 steals, puts the Maroons out.
I tell you, you forget just how quick that kid is.
Snicker on Weidman again. Ernst out front, guarded by Hardiman. Almost got another one. Weidman on the drive, dumps it back out. Davidson gives it up. Meinhardt won't go. Davidson on the turnaround, won't go. Rebound, Nick Brooks, trip coming out of there. Where's the whistle? Nobody, says Gillespie. Good job, Tyson Snicker. McKeegan put up the 3. It come off the side, and who was there but Tyson Snicker for the rebound, put it back in. And you know what? Tyson has got 5 of the last 6 points.
He's got 8 out of the 9 in the quarter.
8 out of the 9 in the quarter. Well, the Maroons, when they started the quarter, got behind 13-11.
Shoot the scoreboard, Ron. Tell me who the foul was on. (5-2). Is it his second or third? How many? I know, but how many?
2. Okay. Well, it's 20-15. The Maroons, it was 11-8. Maroons led at the end of the first quarter. Newton came out, scored a bunch of points, got ahead 15-11. Maroons tied it at 15 and now have gone ahead 20-15. Scholl with the ball out front. McKeegan all over him. There's Beverland. Snicker's got him. Meinhardt goes against Nick Brooks. Now back out front and around to Beverland. Beverland tries to drive. McKeegan on the steal. Jeff takes it in. Got it. That's defense. And the Maroons have taken the lead back and then some on some good defensive play. 22-15, they lead it. Beverland goes inside, back to Beverland. Josh for 3. Doesn't get it. Rebound. Tyson Snicker in the crowd. Foul, double teamed and hammered. Tyson, will they go to the line?
It's going to be Pat Meinhardt. Now that's the 6th one.
Okay, Maroons will have it back. Justin Hartrick will toss it in on the floor now after that timeout. We've got Hartrick, McKeegan. Here comes Chris Brooks back in the ball game for brother Nick. Tyson Snicker, Brandon Hardiman are on the floor now for the Maroons. 22-15, 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first half. Chris Brooks on the wing, brings it back out front, gets it to McKeegan in the corner, inside Brandon Hardiman. Loses the handle. Gets it to Hartrick. Snicker to Chris Brooks. McKeegan inside, 15-footer. Did he draw a foul? Didn't miss the shot, but Jeff will go to the line.
Well, I think it was Meinhardt again. His second. 7th team foul. McKeegan to shoot 2.
Looks like a 0 on the end of it over there. Jeff missed the shot, but he'll have another one. Rob Horst comes back in the ball game for the Eagles for Paul Davidson. McKeegan got the second one. Pressure by the Maroons. As Beverly brings it down, screen set up, he got it across the line and gives to Ernst. Back to Beverly. Horst down in the corner to Beverly, or to Scholl rather. Horst again with it. There's Beverly out front. McKeegan's got him. Inside, double teamed. Horst gets it back out on the wing, shoots a three, no good. Loose ball. Knocked loose by Snitker to McKeegan. A heck of a play. Was that Snitker or no, it was Justin Hartrick that made that. Got a hand on it and kicked it out front for McKeegan, 25-15. I'm not sure I got that right. There was a pile on the floor, and I saw a hand come out of there, and I don't know if it was Hartrick or Snitker. So I give them both credit. Nice drive to the basket. Loose ball picked out of there by the Maroons, Chris Brooks. Cross court to Hartrick. Justin takes a baseline, moves inside. He got the blocking foul. I thought both guys were moving, and Justin actually kind of ran over him, but I guess there was no position set. So Justin will be at the line.
There's Meinhardt again. That's his third. He's picked up three pretty quick ones.
Well, Maroons lead by 10, and do you know they trailed it. Got one. So now it's 26-15. Maroons, I think, trailed 15-11. Came back 13, tied at 15, and then went on a tear. Missed that shot, 26-15, 11-point lead. 25 seconds to go here in the half. Maroons have really taken control. Ernest out front, guarded by Hardiman. Inside, back out, three-point shots, no good. Rebound, Chris Brooks gives to McKeegan. Maroons back, 7 seconds. Do something in a hurry. Chris Brooks will put up the shot. Bang, three, Chris Brooks, three. 29-15, and the Maroons scored.
That means 18 unanswered points.
Absolutely. I'm glad you had that because I couldn't figure it out. 29-15. Well, it was tied at 15. I think they trailed 15-11 before they came back finally and scored a bucket. So at halftime here, with the Maroons and the Newton Eagles, game 4, the Maroons have jumped out to a 29-15 lead. Well, we'd like to remind you that Rural King supplies your winter weather headquarters for Carhartt insulated outerwear, Polar King by Key, a large selection of camouflage clothes, Northerner boots by Service, and lacrosse insulated boots. That's all a Rural King supply on Route 33, east of Robinson. Well, quality service and a proud tradition at Goodwine Funeral Homes. A sense of history and tradition are important to all the staff at Goodwine Funeral Homes, but even more important is the quality service at reasonable prices that they've provided for the past 72 years. Simply being there is not enough. After all, what good is tradition if it's not tradition of excellence? At Goodwine Funeral Homes, quality service at reasonable prices is their proudest tradition. Well, we'd like to thank Cellular One for providing us with a free phone to coordinate production of community events. Ron used his phone last night. I hope I'm not paying for that call. We invite you to stop in at Cellular One, now located on 102 East Main Street on the north side of the square. They're right next to Judy's Cafe. Check out the variety of phones available. They've got several models and calling plans to choose from. That's Cellular One at their new location on the north side of the square in Robinson. Well, for all your Napa parts, see Mike McCammon at Napa Auto Parts and McCammon Service Center. Now selling and installing remote starters, radios, speakers, and other vehicle accessories. J.D. Bain does the installations. And at Napa Auto Parts and McCammon Service Center at 1300 East Main in Robinson, they now stock AC Delco parts. Well, if you're looking for financing, First Robinson Savings Bank is proud to be your hometown bank. They've served Crawford County for over 117 years. Deal with the people you know and trust at First Robinson Savings Bank. They're always ready to take care of all your financial needs. They're a member FDIC and an equal housing lender, and a real community bank. First half totals. Thought you was going to sneak away, didn't you?
No, I dropped my pen.
Out here.
Okay.
My red one.
I don't think I need it. It's 29-15, and we figured that was 18 unanswered points. They hadn't scored it until they took the timeout at 5:50 in the second quarter, and at 5:35 Robinson finally scored and then tied it and went ahead, all without Newton scoring at all. Their leading scorer for Newton is Brandon Schull with 7 points, Rob Horst with 2, Michael Bierman with 2, and Paul Davidson with 4. 1 3-point basket, that by Brandon Schull. 4 for 5 from the line. They committed 8 fouls, 3 on Pat Meinhardt off the bench, Michael Bierman with 2, and 1 each on Paul Davidson, Rob Horst, and Brandon Schull. 4 Robinson leading scorers are tied at this point. Jeff McKeegan with 8 and Tyson Schnitker with 8. And Schnitker with all 8 of his points in the second quarter, mostly on steals.
Mostly on a roll there, boy.
Brandon Hardiman with only 2. They've held him in check. Nick Shaner with 2. 1 point for Justin Hartrick. Chris Brooks with 3. That right up the horn there at the end of the second quarter. And Nick Brooks with 5. 2 3-point baskets, 1 by Chris Brooks and 1 by Jeff McKeegan. 3 for 6 from the line. Committed 6 fouls, 3 on Nick Shaner, 2 on Nick Brooks, and 1 on Justin Hartrick. Robinson has owned the boards to the tune of 13-7, and they had 4 turnovers against Newton's 8. So it's 29-15 halftime. Robinson on top.
Well, for the best deal in tires, go to Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price at Marathon Tire Incorporated at 400 East Main in Robinson, your complete car care center. Tax filing season again, and the Kemper CPA Group believes that in these times of complicated tax regulations, sound financial planning is the answer. Your Kemper CPA Group financial planning experts will assist and prepare your tax returns and your financial reports in a professional, timely manner. Put Kemper CPA Group on your team. Well, don't forget that Rural King is your winter weather headquarters, and from what I heard on the radio coming down here tonight, we've got some winter weather headed our way. They, at Rural King, have Carhartt insulated outerwear in case you need it, Polar King by Key, a large selection of camouflage clothes, plus Northerner boots by Service, and lacrosse insulated boots. That's all at Rural King Supply, Route 33, east of Robinson. Well, tonight's ball game is brought to you in part by Hershey Chocolate and the Robinson plant, where they manufacture Heath Milk Duds, Sixlets, Paydays, and Whopper candies. That's Hershey Chocolate, right there in Robinson. Halftime, 29-15, Maroons lead it. We'll be back with the second half here in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
29-15 here as we get ready to start the second half. Teams out and warming up. The Robinson defense really came alive in that second quarter, and I think that was the thing that really got them motivated and started that, 18-point drive. The defense, Tyson Schnitker had about 3 steals, and he went on a tear of about 8 straight points, and it put the Maroons back out in front. They were tied at 15, went ahead 16-15 on a free throw, and then after that, it was Katie bar the door, and they ran off a bunch of straight points, and 29-15 is where we are right now.
Well, the 8 points by Schnitker, 5 points from McKeegan, primarily all off the steals, as you said. So that's the defense coming to the front.
Burns will have possession here as we start the second half. It'll be Hartrick, McKeegan, Schnitker, Hardiman, and Nick Brooks on the floor for the Maroons. McKeegan with it out front. Same starting lineup. Oh, count the basket. Nick Brooks on the inside. Got the shot. He'll go to the line.
Foul underneath, too.
Yeah, let's see. He'll be at the line to shoot. Complete. They counted. Yeah, they counted it. I want to be sure they did that.
And I think that foul was on Bierman, his third.
2? 5-2, okay. And he got that, so we're at 32-15 now. And Maroons apply some pressure. Weidman gets it across the line for the Eagles. Beverland in trouble, has it stripped away by McKeegan. Jeff comes out with it in a hurry, behind the back and down the middle. Jeff drops it off to Hardiman. Brandon's got it. Brandon Hardiman, I'm glad to see him get that one. He was having a tough time getting started here in the first half, but he's off with the bucket here in the second half. 34-15, Maroons lead. Beverland drives, throws it inside. Foul's going to be called on Hartrick.
His second, first team foul. Newton doesn't score in this possession. Robinson does. We'll probably see a Newton timeout. So,
in other words, get ready.
Get ready.
Okay. Beverland will bring it in. Gives it to Weidman. Weidman takes it inside, drops it back out to Shaw. Now Weidman again. They go around the horn. Beverland got him inside. Weidman gets his man off. Did a good job. Weidman did a good job. He faked the shot. He got Nick Brooks off his feet and then just moved under him, put the shot up, and they went in. Did they? Yeah, they counted.
It's on the board, yeah.
Okay.
And that was number 3 foul on Nick Brooks.
So 34-17, right? He didn't make the shot. I was looking there. Shot up, no good. Rebound, loose ball, finally picked up by Beverland. Eagles will have it back. Around the outside to Weidman. Quite a battle inside. Hartrick has got Davidson. Eagles almost threw it away again.
Good hustle by Beverland.
Beverland inside. Bierman uses the body and moves everybody out of the way, but he missed a shot. Here come the Maroons. Jeff McKeegan, nice pass to Brooks. Nick has it knocked away from him. Eagles will take it back. Trade possessions now. We've played 2 minutes into the third quarter. 34-17 Maroons lead. Baseline drive. Nice job by Weidman. He got the roll. 19 for the Eagles. 34-19. Jeff McKeegan gives to Hartrick. Justin on the outside to Hardiman. Now McKeegan. Cross court to Snitker. Beverland shot by Hardiman. Got it. Give him 3. Brandon Hardiman for 3. Maybe he's on the run now. 37-19 the score. Both Bierman and Davidson are trying to double team Nick Brooks on the offensive end. There's Weidman into the middle. Throws it back out. McKeegan, a hand on the ball, makes a steal, drive to the bucket. Nice job, Jeff McKeegan. 39-19, a 20-point lead now for the Maroons. A timeout call by the Newton Eagles. It's a short one. 5:02 to go in the third quarter. The Maroons have run off 10 points. Well, meet me at the DQ for Scrumptious DQ Peanut Buster Parfait or a DQ Pecan Mudslide. Your choice for only $1.99. And if you're hungry, enjoy 2 DQ Polish sausages for only $2.89. Add cheese or kraut for a few cents more. Or enjoy the DQ meal. That's Polish sausage, chips, and a 21-ounce drink for $2.79. Take home some cool DQ Buster Bars, 6 for $4.99 or 99 cents each. Only at your Robinson Dairy Queen yogurt store. Come home to that feeling and meet me at the DQ. Eagles ball. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Maroons up by 20. Bierman at the top of the key gives back to Shaw. Shaw goes inside to Davidson. Missed the shot. McKeegan, shortest guy on the court with a rebound. Jeff dumps it off to Nick Shaner. Got it. Shaner with the bucket, 41-19. Maroons walking away. Shaw back out to Bierman. Bierman drops it inside. Nick Shaner draws the foul.
It's going to be 4 Nick.
Boy,
now.
Nick has really been zeroed in on the foul. He thought he had the steal. He was kind of over the shoulder with him. So the foul was there. Shaw with it. Out front to Horst. Nice pass inside to a wide open Bierman. And they get a bucket. That's the first one for a long time. 41-21. Maroons on top. Tyson Snitker. Guarded by Scholl. To McKeegan. Drops it into Nick Brooks. Nick on a turnaround in a crowd. Doesn't get the roll. Horst for the rebound. Eagles. Bierman. Scholl with it. Back to Davidson. Back to Scholl. Davidson inside to Bierman. Kicks it out in a hurry. Beverland into the corner. McKeegan got a hand on it. It'll stay Eagles ball. 3:38 to go in the third quarter. 41-21. Robinson leads it.
Beverland hasn't scored for Newton, and he's always been very big on the scoreboard in the games that we've seen him so far this year.
That's Josh Beverland with the ball. McKeegan on him. Kicks it back out front. Bierman from the free throw line got it. Bierman for two. 41-23. 3:24 on the clock, third quarter. McKeegan. Nick Brooks on the outside. Gives to Hardiman. Hardiman makes a move, drops it off inside to Shaner. Shaner draws it back.
Going to be foul number one of Josh Beverland, second team foul. Nick Shaner's going to shoot two. Maroons 3 for 6 in the line tonight. That's the only phase of the game that hasn't worked for them.
Nick comes up a little short. They'll have one more. Scholl comes out, and Jesse Weedman back in the ball game now for the Eagles. Nick got the second one. Make it 42-23. Into the middle is Horst and back out to Weedman. Inside. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Nick's going to get his fifth.
Fouled out with 2:59 left in the third quarter.
I don't know how many minutes Nick got to play, but they really zeroed in on him.
Well, it's good that they've got this lead because Shaner usually gives them some good solid minutes when Brooks and or Hardiman get in foul trouble. Nick Brooks has 3 at this point. Brandon does not have any, but
well, Nick can score inside. He works hard. Now, count the bucket.
As Davidson got his own rebound, went back up with it. Made it.
Count the basket. We're going to be at 25. And Davidson will be at the line to shoot one. I have no idea on the foul. Got a timeout, short timeout called by the Maroons. You get a number on the scoreboard? You got it? Hartrick, okay, we got it.
His third, fourth team foul.
Well, February is National Heart Month, and Crawford Memorial Hospital and Health Services remind you to be heart healthy. Eat a diet low in saturated fats and cholesterol. Get at least 30 minutes of aerobic exercise 3 times a week, and don't smoke. For literature on a healthy heart lifestyle, please visit HealthWorks, our community wellness center, located north of the CMH East Lobby entrance on 1000 North Allen Street in Robinson, or call HealthWorks at 546-2670. Crawford Memorial Hospital and Health Services, working toward a healthier tomorrow. Paul Davidson at the line for the Eagles. He'll try to complete the three-point play here. Missed the shot. Tipped outside. Back out of bounds. Maroons ball. Well, this is game 4 of the regional tournament here at Red Hill. Robinson Maroons out in front. Hardiman on the turnaround, didn't get the shot. Rebound taken away by Chris Brooks, and Chris is going to be called for the foul.
His first 15 foul.
The Maroons' number 1 seed didn't play in the tournament till tonight, and they're playing the Newton Eagles that won their game against Red Hill on Monday night. The Maroons right now, 42-25, lead it with 2:32 to go in the third quarter. Inside to Davidson, and man, the thing that kind of upsets me that we've seen 2 or 3 fouls called that where they really just took the ball out of their hands. You see a lot of bodies banging and arms slapping and no whistle. And McKeegan kind of walked into that, grabbed the ball, jerked it out of Davidson's hands, and got called for the foul. I think Davidson was fouled about 4 times before Jeff ever got there. That's kind of what happened to Nick Schrader. But you realize the angle we can see all, Sean.
Oh, yes.
From the armchair, as Dave Staver would say. The view from the armchair or the easy chair is always the best. Well, Davidson gets them both, and it's 27 now, 42-27. As the Eagles climb back in this a little bit, they were down by 20. Here's McKeegan, drops it back out to Snitker. Tyson to Nick Brooks, into Chris. Hands it back to Hardiman, loses the ball. Davidson with the steal. Eagles have it back. Josh Beverly out on the wing, goes underneath. Davidson got a bucket. Now it's 29, so things are tightening up a little bit, and the Maroons win another timeout. Here comes Justin Hartrick checking back in the ball game for the Maroons, as they had a 42 is a long one, 42-21 lead.
You're up 20.
Then things took off in a hurry. It was 41-23, I know here, and since then the Eagles have jumped out and scored some points, and it's 42-29. Well, First Robinson Savings Bank's proud to be your hometown bank, serving Crawford County for over 117 years. Deal with the people you know and trust. That's First Robinson Savings Bank. They're ready to take care of all your financial needs. They're a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. They're a real community bank. And for all your Napa Auto Parts, see Mike McCammon at Napa Auto Parts and McCammon Service Center. They now sell and install remote starters, radios, speakers, and other vehicle accessories. J.D. Bain does the installation. All at Napa Auto Parts and McCammon Service Center, located at 1300 East Main in Robinson. They now stock AC Delco parts. Well, Maroons have got it. 1:55 to go in the third quarter, and McKeegan brings it down against Beverly. Down in the corner to Hartrick. And Beverly guilty of the fouls. He knocks it out of Hartrick's hands. Goes out of bounds. And,
well, Newton can afford to gamble a little bit. That was only their third team foul.
And Maroons have got 7?
Yes.
Interesting. Snitker will bring it in, gives to Nick Brooks, turns around, gives to Hardiman. Hardiman goes underneath, needs some help. And the foul's going to be called on Rob Horst. And suddenly they get 2. I think everybody that come in the gym tonight's all over here. Hartrick backs out with it. Now McKeegan. 1:35 on the clock. Snitker with it. And back to Justin Hartrick. Justin gets it in to Nick Brooks. Nick double team. Cross court to Brandon Hardiman. Brandon goes for 3. Comes up short. Rebound. Snitker hustles in there. Knocks it loose. Eagles come out with it. Beverly controls it and gives to Bierman. Down to Horst. Inside to Anderson. Or to Davidson. Davidson back out to Weidman, and Weidman gets 3. Josh Weidman, now it's 42-31, an 11-point game. No, 32, sorry, a 10-point game.
Yep.
And the Eagles have climbed back into this. 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. Well, Maroons, I don't know whether they got a little too complacent or what, The Eagles stepped up a little bit, and the Maroons didn't. 35 seconds on the clock. Hartrick works the ball. Gives to McKeegan. Back to Hartrick. 25 seconds.
Newton's picked up 10 points out of their post people in this quarter, and that came a lot after Nick Shaner fouled out, so they didn't get their post defense straightened around.
Stolen by Beverland. Beverland on the drive. Got the bucket. He'll go to the line. Josh Beverland. Got the bucket. Got the foul. He'll be at the line to complete a three-point play with 9.2 seconds on the clock. Matt Ernest checks in the game for Davidson for the Eagles. 42-34. An 8-point lead, and it may be 7. Shot doesn't go. Rebound Davidson, or Bierman rather. Knocked out of bounds by Bierman. It'll be Maroons' ball. All the boos are coming from this end of the floor, and they can't see. They can't even see the stage.
They're closer to the refrigerator than they are the action.
Oh well. Here comes McKeegan. Puts up the shot. Won't go. Tipped up.
Oh, very nearly.
Hartrick didn't get it. Well, they got 3 shots at it. 42-34 at the end of 3, and I tell you what, the Eagles have come back from a 20-point deficit and closed it down with an 8, and they've got 8 minutes to play here. For the best deal in tires, go to Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price at Marathon Tire Incorporated, 400 East Main in Robinson, your complete car care center. What are we on timeouts? There's several left.
Newton has 2, and Robinson has 2.
Well, it's tax filing season again, and the Kemper CPA Group believes that in these times of complicated tax regulations, sound financial planning is the answer. Your Kemper CPA Group financial planning experts will assist and prepare your tax returns and financial reports in a professional, timely manner. Kemper CPA Group, put them on your team. And don't forget, Grill King is your winter weather headquarters. Carhartt insulated outerwear, Polar King by Key, a large selection of camouflage clothes, plus Northern Boots by Service, and lacrosse insulated boots. That's all a Real King supply on Route 33, east of Robinson. Hershey Chocolate, proud to be a part of Crawford County, pleased to support the students of the community in their youth activities. That's Hershey Chocolate in Robinson. Fourth quarter, this is it. Maroons seeded number 1 against the number 5 seed Newton Eagles. They lead them 42-34, but they had a 20-point lead on them earlier, and the Eagles have come back to trail by only 8. They've got the ball. Horst with it. Good pressure by the Robinson defense here. Beverland gives it back out to Davidson. Back to Horst. Horst again with it on the corner, goes inside. Davidson on the turnaround, comes up short, rebound tipped out. Foul's going to be called on Davidson. And the Maroons will have it out of bounds. Hartrick comes out. Chris Brooks checks in the ball game for the Maroons. So it'll be Brooks, McKeegan, Schnittker, Nick Brooks, and Brandon Hardiman on the floor for the Maroons here in the fourth quarter. That's Nick. Nick drives. 10-footer. Not quite. Rebound pulled out of there by Meinhardt. Beverland down with it. McKeegan will pick him up. Back out front to Ernest. Inside. Davidson off the glass and in. Davidson with another one. Davidson scored some points here. 42-36, a 6-point ball game. Nick Brooks in the middle. Gets it out to Schnittker. Tyson drives, lane up, shot, good. Tyson Schnittker. First basket of the quarter for the Maroons. 44-36. Back to an 8-point lead. Beverland holds out front. Now Ernest. They whip it around the outside. Beverland drives the baseline, dumps back to Davidson. Davidson double team. In trouble. Gets it back out to Meinhardt. And now to Ernest again. Good defense by the Maroons as they've kind of shut them out here. Ernest way outside. Gets it over to Beverly. Down to Meinhardt in the corner. They've about run off a minute, and they're surely not wanting to wait for the last shot. 44-36, they trail by 8. They need to get some offense going. Beverly in the corner to Horst. They play and catch. And inside, Chris Brooks and Davidson go at it. Shots missed. Rebound loose on the floor. Eagles, Davidson comes out with it, and they'll run it around the outside again. Meinhardt with the ball. Ernest guarded by Hardiman. And we've got a foul inside. No. 3 seconds. 3 seconds finally, I think. That's what it was. So the turnover. You know, I think he just thought about that. And thought, hey, surely he's been there 3 seconds, you know, in 2.5 minutes. McKeegan. 5:22 to go in the ball game. 44-36, Maroons lead. Inside to Brooks. Nick puts it up. Won't go. Do it again, Nick. Got fouled that time. Nick will go at the line, shoot 2.
I think that's Davidson's third.
Got that one. 45-36. Get this spread back out to 10 points here. I think everybody'd feel better. Nick Brooks with one more. Didn't get the roll on that one. Rebounds pulled down by Horst. It's 45-36, and the Eagles have got it. Beverly out front. McKeegan draws him. Down in the corner, Weedman. Bierman, short. Rebound, Nick Brooks. Puts it on the floor, moves down. Down to Hardiman. Brandon has it knocked loose. Loose ball on the floor. What do we got? I'm not sure who got the foul. They don't know anything.
It was somebody with a white jersey. Number 5.
Well, it's
third one on
McKeegan.
Jeff McKeegan.
Rob Horst will be at the line to shoot the free throws, 1-1. 45-36, Maroons lead here with 4:46 on the clock, and that's all there is left in this ball game. Horst first shots in. Tried to come out, wouldn't do it. 37. Make it 38. 7-point spread. 45-38. Maroons lead. Pressure by the Eagles. Hardiman with it. They give it back to Snitker. Chris Brooks. Maroons will run some time off. That's all right. Clock's in their favor right now. Brandon Hardiman moves inside. 10-footer. Doesn't go. Rebound, Nick Brooks. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Are we improving on our free throws, Zane? Two.
I think we're 32. I think Rob Horst. It's his third.
Nick got that one. Make it 46 now. Horst comes out of the ball game. Here comes Justin Hartrick in for Chris Brooks for the Maroons. Let's see who come back in for Weedman, Scholl. Nick got them both. That helps. 47-38, 9-point spread now. 4:18 on the clock to go in the ball game. Scholl with it. Back out front to Bierman and over to Beverly, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Maroon ball. McKeegan will bring it across the line. Weidman goes out to guard him now. Justin Hartrick being pushed around a little bit by Beverly. McKeegan double team, back to Justin. Justin drives, kicks it back out. Brandon Hardiman, that'll be 3 if it goes. Got it. They only give him 2. Must have had his toe right on the line because it sure looked clear from here. 49. Davidson again. 49-40. Eagles hanging in there. 3:28 to go in the game. Snitker back to McKeegan. Hartrick gives to McKeegan. Jeff works against Scholl. Drives inside. Short jumper. Got it. Jeff McKeegan. That's a good bucket. 51-40. 11-point spread now. Bierman. Cross court to Beverly. Shot's no good. Rebound is Snitker. He had position, and the foul's going to go against Michael Bierman. So Snitker will go to the line to shoot a 1 and bonus. Got to make the free throws.
Well, I can't tell if they gave that to Bierman or Davidson, either one.
Should be Bierman. Bierman was the guy that was on his back.
Either one of them have 4. So.
What are they talking about? 2 shots? Oh, they're discussing the team fouls evidently, and I think we're in 2-shot time.
No?
No, 1 and 1. Well, it's going to be 2 anyway. Tyson got that one. Make it 52 now. 12-point lead by the Maroons, 52-40. And he got them both, 53-40. Maroons moving back out to a little better spread now. The Eagles climb back in this ball game to about 5 points. There's Weidman, has to dump it back out to Davidson. Weidman with it again. Drives the lane, puts up the shot. Got it. Weidman for 2. And a timeout call by the Newton coach. Eagles timeout, 53-42, 2:39 to go in the ball game.
It's a full timeout.
Well, First Robinson Savings Bank, proud to be your hometown bank, serving Crawford County for over 117 years. Deal with the people you know and trust. That's First Robinson Savings Bank. They're ready to take care of all your financial needs. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. They're a real community bank. Well, we all have events in our lives that we look back on with pride. At Goodwine Funeral Homes, their pride comes from the continuing tradition of caring professional service. It's a tradition that's been carried out by 3 generations, and that means experience that you can count on. And when you need them, experience is something you'll appreciate. For a tradition of excellence, turn to Goodwine Funeral Homes.
Well, about 2.5 minutes left. Robinson up by 11. Newton's got quite a task ahead of him if they're going to close the gap in it.
Well, they came back strong for a little while and climbed right back in the ball game. I said 5 while ago. I think a 6-point spread was as close as they got. Hardiman with the ball. Snitker and McKeegan. Inside, Brooks tries to move inside. Forced a shot, wouldn't go. Rebound Eagles. Josh Beverly with the ball. And Bierman came down, ran over McKeegan.
And a technical.
I think that's going to go against Jeff. That's what it is.
That's right.
Yeah, doggone it. Bierman kind of ran over Jeff and knocked him down. I didn't see what actually happened, but McKeegan's wanting to know why he got the tee called on him. Now they got to discuss on what do they do. McKeegan actually is in a 1-on-1 situation, but he's got the tee, so he'll get to shoot it.
No, he'll shoot the 1-on-1.
He'll shoot the 1-on-1, but I mean the tee was on Jeff.
Yeah.
And Coach Gillespie asked for an explanation. I'm not sure he got one. But that make 4 fouls on Jeff?
Yes. And that also counts as a team foul, which is 10 by my count.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It
They
should
only
be.
have 9 on the board.
But I think they're talking about that too. Whether they changed it, went to 10.
Yes.
Okay, McKeegan will be at the line with a 1-on-1. Jeff comes out long, so he won't get the free throw.
Now somebody will shoot a couple technicals down at this end or down at the far end. Looks like it's going to be Scholl.
And it is Brandon Scholl. And everybody waits here. 2:16 to go in the ball game, 53-42. Scholl shots, he got the roll. He got lucky. So make it 43 for the Eagles. And he got them both.
Well, it's inside of 10 again.
Yep, 9-point lead. And let's see.
Chris Brooks checks in for Jeff McKeegan.
And it's going to be Eagles ball. Weidman with it. In the corner. Lost and knocked out of bounds by Scholl. And it's going to be Maroon ball. 2:10 on the clock to go in the ball game. Pressure by the Eagles. Ball comes into Snitker. Tyson works it down. Looks for help. Gets some help. Nope. Intercepted Rob Horst. Rob, that's got to be a charge. Got to be a charge. No way. No way. Snitker had possession. Horst ran over him. But the blocking foul was called on Snitker. Well, that one I would argue with. Timeout call by the Maroons. So now, suddenly, it's 53-46. 7-point ball game. The Eagles will be at the line. 2 minutes to go in the ball game here. So there's a lot of time for a lot of things.
Yeah, it looked like he was set up, but from our angle, you couldn't tell whether he was set up directly in front of him or whether the horse was actually sliding over the side.
Whether he leaned a little bit, yeah. Well, that's true. Well, for the best deal in tires, you can go to Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price at Marathon Tire Incorporated. 400 East Main in Robinson, your complete car care center. Well, cruising right along. Been a good ball game. The Maroons drew the bye, so this is the first game they've played in the regional tournament. And the Newton Eagles, seeded number 5, had to beat the Red Hill Salukis on Monday night to get their chance tonight, and this is the third attempt at Robinson this year, both in the same conference, and they played both at Newton and at Robinson. Robinson won her both times, so this is the rubber game, so to speak. 53-46, Maroons lead it. 2 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock, and Rob Horst will be at the line. He got the field goal, and this will be the free throw.
And he's 2 for 2.
So he can make a 3-point play out of this, which he probably does. So, 53-47. Maroons got to play it smart. Steal. Rob Horst again. Rob Horst pulls it up. Weidman. Weidman on the drive. Double team. Kicks it back out. Beverland. Scholl in the lane. Do something, guys. Horst drives the baseline. McKeegan back in the ball game, draws Rob Horst on defense. There they are. Scholl out front with Hardiman, 1:35. Eagles taking their time. Drive, up, basket, no good. Bodies on the floor, rebound down to the Maroons. Nick Brooks fouled on the shot by Weidman. So at least Nick will go to the line to shoot two. 1:26 to go in the game. 53-47 Maroons lead.
Well, Nick's 4 for 7 from the line so far tonight.
Needed that one, and he got it. Big free throw there, make it 54. One more. 7-point lead. If it was 8, it'd be better. And it is. 55-47. Weidman in the lane. Puts up the shot. No good. Tyson Snitker for the rebound. Down to Hartrick. Justin picks it up. Gets it back. Stolen by Horst again. Horst, 3 steals. McKeegan with the foul. Well, the thing he made sure of was Rob Horst didn't make the basket, so that there was a 3-point play. And Jeff's 5th foul. He will come out. 1:07, 55-47. And Chris Brooks is going to come in for Jeff McKeegan. Rob Horst at the line. He's really picked things up here in the 4th quarter, especially for the Eagles. 3 big steals here right at the end. Missed the shot. Way big time.
That's one way to become a crowd favorite for the other side.
It sure is. Missed it both.
Way.
And out of bounds. Nope, not yet. Eagles pick up the loose ball. Throws it right in the hands of Chris Brooks. Hardiman's got it. Under a minute. Chris Brooks looks for help. Gets it over to Snitker across the line. Down in the corner to Hartrick. They'll pull it back out. 50 seconds to go. Count it. Count it. What happened out here? The Moser's really upset.
Well, they had a two-handed tackle on Hartrick in the corner, but did not get the foul call. So
they counted the bucket, didn't they? All right. 57 would be right.
I don't know who drew the foul. 20. I guess that makes a difference.
Okay, Nick got the free throw. 58-47 now. 11-point spread with 45 seconds. So there's Meinhardt, cross court to Weidman. Just don't foul him, guys, or give him too much room. And Snitker will draw the foul on Weidman. 37 seconds on the clock, 58-47. Maroons, hard-fought battle. It looked like it was going to be a runaway. I remember I remarked early in the 3rd quarter, Maroons walking away with it. Didn't last very long, did it? Weidman got one. 58-48. And got them both, 49. Jesse Weidman is a senior. They're going to miss him next year. A good, solid ball player.
It's going to be Hardiman to shoot, too. That foul was on Weidman, his 2nd.
Brandon Hardiman at the line then, 58-49. Maroons by 9, 35.4 seconds to go in the game. Brandon got that one, make it 59. And Meinhardt out, and Brandon Scholl back in for the Eagles. Brandon got them both, 60-49. 11-point lead. Scholl with it in the lane. Throws it back out. Weidman will go for 3. Comes up short, under 30. Nick Brooks draws foul, kicked out of bounds, but we'll take the foul. Nick will go at the line to shoot a pair. 24 seconds on the clock. Let's see. How much time am I going to have to kill after this is over?
Oh, I don't know.
I've got plenty here to do. It'll work out fine. Nick missed that one. Well, the Maroons look to win this one. And this will put them in the championship on Friday night. Got the second one, make it 61-49. Maroons, the number 1 seed when they come in the tourney, drew the Eagles on their win from Red Hill. There's 3 by a timeout call right at that. Beverland with the 3. Timeout call by Coach Mimosa.
That's their final timeout.
18 seconds on the clock. Well, as I said, the Maroons, the number 1 seed, drew the bye. The Eagles earned their chance by beating Red Hill on Monday night. Newton, the number 5 seed in the tournament. After this game, which we will be a spectator only, will be Lawrenceville-Mount Carmel. The winner of the Lawrenceville-Mount Carmel game will play the Maroons Friday night for the championship.
Maroons have victories over both Lawrenceville and Mount Carmel earlier in this year. So things look bright, but it's still tournament time.
That's exactly right.
They still put 32 minutes up on the clock, and you got to play.
Oh, you got to earn it. Well, 18.6 seconds on the clock. Maroons come out on the floor with Nick Brooks, Brandon Hardiman, Chris Brooks, Tyson Snitker, Justin Hartrick. Maroons ball. Hartrick will be at quarterback. Brings it in to Hardiman. He's fouled immediately. Brandon Hardiman will be at the line. 61-52. Maroons lead. Brandon a little short. He'll get another. And he got the roll on that one. 62. Clock running. Nick Brooks almost had the steal, 62-52, a 10-point lead by the Maroons, 14.6 seconds. Davidson got the shot. 54 for the Eagles. What do we got? Foul immediately, 8.7 seconds. And Hardiman again maybe at the line. Rob Horse, I think got the foul.
Hardiman at the line. 3 for 4 tonight.
Make it 63.
When he gets in a rhythm, he's usually pretty sound. A little short on that one.
Rebound by Weidman. 7 seconds. Weidman takes it down. 3 out of the corner. Won't go. Rebound Snitker. 1 second. We're out of here, man. Maroons with the win. 63-54. They'll play the championship Friday night with the winner of the Lawrenceville-Mount Carmel game. Well, we'll recap in total here in just a second, but we want to say thanks to all our sponsors that have been with us all year, and especially here at Tournament Time. One of our sponsors here at Tournament Time is